We are on a road trip. It is Friday. We are visiting a very special place, very near and dear to my heart. Let's see what it is.
So this was in the morning. Tessa sent me a reel on Instagram from one of my favorite restaurants ever that I grew up, and we drove down all the way to Tucson on the Friday, which is my half day, to visit this restaurant. And it was Sweet Tomatoes. I don't know how many of you are watching this who have ever been to a Sweet Tomatoes or a soup plantation, but I grew up on this. This was a family tradition. We went here every single Saturday, and then mysteriously they all disappeared. Essentially, they just ran out of money, so they went bankrupt, I guess. And they closed down all their stores, I think, in 2020, and then in 2024 this is the only one that opened up in the entire country. And let me tell you, the food is exactly the same. It's extremely nostalgic. All these soups, all these salads, all these essentially fresh baked goods, so good, exactly how I remembered. Definitely smaller in size than it used to be in the past, but absolutely incredible. It's not the highest high quality food, but it's fresh and brings back so many good memories. We were in Tucson, which has Mount Lemmon, so then we visited and did a short hike there. We weren't there mostly for hiking trips, so only a short hike, but it was pretty unique because there are actually these cacti which are everywhere, and this is kind of very close to Saguaro Park, Saguaro National Park, Saguaro Cactus National Park, and these cactuses are tall, they're thick, and they are absolutely everywhere, which is different than Phoenix.
It's now Wednesday. I'm editing this week's vlog, and once again, it's one of those vlogs where there's not too much in it, but stay tuned. I promise you there's some fun stuff coming. I think one of the reasons that I've fallen off so much of vlogging, because I know a lot of the videos that you've had, the previous vlogs have just been like kind of like day-to-day, what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, but I think the reason I've fallen off from doing that more or less is because I'm focusing a lot more on Instagram, and recently I'm kind of realizing, and kind of when I sat down for the beginning of the year, I made my goals, and the goal was essentially to get to 50,000 followers on all platforms. And really what that meant was I'm going to go all in on Instagram, which I have been. If you have not already followed, go follow the MSK doc. That's where I'm putting the vast majority of my brain power and all of that kind of effort. What that really has done is taken away from a lot of the other things. So instead of kind of spreading things out, I'm putting it all and honing on Instagram. And really what that's done is taken away from this vlog. It's taken away from even my podcast, the Preventive Medicine Podcast. And I just don't have as much energy or effort to put towards those things. So I'm definitely noticing that over the last week. That's probably why, because I'm putting so much into Instagram. I'm always of been the mindset that I can do it all. I can put in however much amount of effort into whatever project I have going on to do it. And I kind of have done that in the past, but I feel like at this point, either it's just I don't have as much of a desire to do so, or I'm getting older. Maybe it's because I am getting older. I just don't have as much energy anymore, but I definitely have to pick and choose my battles, and Instagram has been the biggest one so far, and it's been paying off. I've gained 1,050 followers in about 2 months now. We're at the end of February now, which isn't the greatest. I'm aiming for, like I said, 50,000 by the end of the year, but I'm working hard. All it does is it takes a couple of posts here and there to really boost those followers, so I'm working on it, but it's challenging. So I apologize for those of you who are following me here on YouTube. If you want more medicine content, go follow me on the MSK doc. However, most of this YouTube is supposed to be behind the scenes, and I think that's going to be a little bit easier to do because now I can kind of have that mentality shift of this is all the behind the scenes of what I do on a day-to-day basis, including my Instagram content creation and my daily life. There have been some things as far as fellowship where I do feel like I've gotten a lot better at things, so I'll talk about that in the next vlog, but stay tuned. We are heading to Steamboat Springs, Colorado for the next weekend, so that's going to be an exciting vlog, lots of great ski footage, and then I'll talk a little bit about how I'm doing in fellowship. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.